Good morning, everyone. Happy Research Day. Once again, this is Doc Del, your research professor. This time, our primary concern is the making of your data gathering procedure, ethical considerations, and statistical treatment. But before that, for those who are new to this channel, I want you to subscribe and then hit the notification bell so that if I have new videos relating to writing research in education and business research, you will always be updated. So this time, as what I have said, our primary concern is the making of your data gathering procedure, ethical considerations, and statistical treatment. Okay. So, balikan natin yung ating ginawa, no? Yung ating ginawa. Okay, ito yun. So, pasensya na po kayo kasi sinisinok tayo. So, no, however, just bear with me and so that you will be guided in writing your chapter 3. Okay. So, after research instrument, no? After research instrument will be the data gathering procedure. Okay, no? Data gathering procedure. Okay, gathering. Okay, so here, data gathering procedure is a discussion of a step-by-step no process in conducting your research. Okay, so um, since it is a process, no, magsisimula ito no bilang mananaliksiko researchers, no, ano yung pinakauna ninyong gawin at ang iyong panghuling gawin hanggang sa matapos ang research. Okay. So here, we can have the aid of the AI. So, punta tayo ngayon sa AI. Okay, ito yun. So here, let us try to click the prompt. Discuss the data gathering procedure of this study. You may start from the asking permission. You may start from writing a letter of intent, no, in asking permission to conduct the study. So, enumerate all the steps to be done until the tallying, discussing, interpreting, and analyzing of data. Do this in a paragraph form. Okay, so yan. So after, let us try to click the prompt. Yan. Okay, so if you try to look at this, no, so the AI already provided you the steps on how are you going to gather the data. Okay, so what you are going to do is you are going to copy this and then paste it here. No? So, but don't forget, kasi ito kadalasan, don't forget to change the font size and style. And then, of course, you have to justify. Okay, and then indent. So, i-bold natin itong data gathering procedure since this is a side heading. So, here, basahin natin and then tanggalin natin yung hindi appropriate sa study. The data gathering procedure for this study on customer preferences and satisfaction among tea shops in Lutan City will involve a systematic and organized approach. Initially, a formal letter of intent will be drafted and submitted to asan yung submit? Submitted to the Dean of the College. O yan. Okay. And then, the Dean will write an endorsement letter addressed to the owner or manager of selected tea shop, no, seeking their permission to conduct the research. Upon obtaining approval, the research team will finalize the survey questionnaire, ensuring it aligns with the research objectives and target population or target respondents. Subsequently, a pilot test will be conducted with a small group of participants to assess the questionnaire clarity, effectiveness, and potential. Okay, so since if your questionnaire is adapted from a study, no need for you to conduct a pilot test because the questionnaire has been already used in different studies or for a study. So in this case, pilot testing is not necessary anymore. So balik tayo dun sa AI. So kailangan nyo talagang basahin para you could be able to contextualize and remove the items or sentences na hindi na siya kailangan sa inyong study. Okay, so ito. No? Then after this, okay. So following any necessary revisions, the main data collection phase will commence. So, kahit wala naman tayo nag-pilot test, so wala na ito, di ba? So, okay. So, the survey will be administered to a representative sample. Okay, wala na rin to. No? Kasi wala man tayo nag-pilot test. Okay. So here, the researchers will approach customers at tea shop, explain the purpose of the study, and invite them to participate. So participation will be voluntary and anonymous with informed consent obtained from each respondent. The collected data will then be meticulously organized and encoded or further analysis. Okay. So after this, tanggalin natin to, kopyahin rather. So lagay natin dito sa baba. Okay. Yan. And then, So here, statistical techniques including descriptive statistics and correlation analysis will be employed to analyze the data. Okay, so descriptive statistics will be used to summarize the present sample, the responses. No, parang ito hindi na to kailangan, no? So, saan tayo? Okay, dito, tanggalin natin. So, diretso tayo dyan. The results will be interpreted in the light of the research objectives and framework, providing insights into the factors influencing customer preferences and satisfaction in the context of Butuan City. Interpreted. Okay, tama diha, no? Hanggang dyan lang. Finally, the findings will be discussed, conclusion drawn, and recommendations formulated to benefit tea shop owners, aspiring entrepreneurs, and other stakeholders in the local industry. So if you try to look at this, no, napakahaba yung binigay sa atin ni Gemini ng AI. However, we could be able to contextualize that in the context of our study, and then we could also remove, no, some of the items that it is not necessary anymore in the discussion of your data gathering procedure. So next is the ethical considerations. Okay. So balik tayo sa AI. Gagawin natin provide the ethical, okay, provide the discussion on the ethical considerations of this study. Ayan. No, so nandito na. However, ang ginawa ng AI, no, kanyang, no, sinabi ito na isa-isa, nyo, enumerated kumbaga. So ano yung gagawin natin in the context of this study? In the context of this study, we write the ethical considerations in a paragraph form. Okay, yan. So, click. So, yan na, no? So, kopyahin natin to. And then, lagay natin dito. So, again, change the font size. Not font size kasi 12 na, font style, Arial. And then, backspace natin para no space between paragraph or paragraph. So, then, you need also to read this one. No, kailangan yung basahin para malaman ninyo kung meron kayong dapat baguhin or you have to retain na lang the content of this section in your research. In conducting this study on customer preferences and satisfaction among tea shops in conducting this study, remove na the title, no? Kasi always na yan, redundant na. So, in conducting this study, the researchers, okay, so again, please do avoid using, first person base. So, dapat talaga the researchers, the proponents, and the team, no? So, in conducting the study, the researchers prioritize ethical considerations. Participants will be fully informed. Okay, so participants, since it is quanti, we will be using quali. Respondents. So here, respondents will be informed about the study's purpose and procedures, and under voluntary participation will be ensured through informed consent. So, kailangan talaga merong informed consent kahit they are not minor anymore. So, still, no, you have to provide a consent for them to be able to uh, participate democratically in the process, no? Para kung ayaw nila, wag niyong pilitin. Kung paper masipla doon sa informed consent, that means to say na they are willing to be part in the conduct of the study. So here, confidentiality and anonymity will be strictly maintained, safeguarding all personal information. Okay, so dito na naman palitan natin yung we. The researchers uphold respect for all. We change also participants to respondents. Uphold respect for all respondents. Valuing their time and perspectives, the research aims to generate beneficial knowledge for the local tea industry. Okay, ito pwede na natin itong tanggalin ang objective. Okay, wag, no? The research aims to generate beneficial knowledge for the local tea industry while minimizing any potential harm. Yan. So, again, we change participants to respondents. Pero kung your study is qualitative, so yung participants ang gagamitin. Pero if quanti, you will be using respondents, valuing their time and perspective. Okay, respondent selection will be fair and equitable, and the entire research process will be transparent. Data security measures will be implemented to protect collected information by adhering to these ethical principles. The researchers, the researchers aim to conduct a responsible and impactful study that contributes to the understanding of customer preferences and satisfaction while upholding the rights and well-being of the participants. Okay, yun. No? So, now you see, mahalaga talaga na basahin natin, no, bago natin siya i-print, bago natin siya i-finalize. And last one, no, the last side heading for chapter 3 is statistical treatment. Okay, for qualitative research, this is treatment of data, no? Makinig. For qualitative research, this is treatment of data. Okay, so in the treatment of data, you have only two, no? You can use coding and you can use thematic analysis. Coding will be used to hide the identity of the respondents, and then ang thematic analysis would be this will be used to teams or to group the responses of the respondents for you to be able to produce teams. Okay, so here, since customer preferences and satisfaction is a quantitative research, a descriptive one, descriptive correlational, so gagawin natin ito. So dapat when you are going to complete your statistical treatment, you should have to go back to your statement of the problem. So kailangan ninyong balikan ang inyong statement of the problem. But before the presentation of your statement of the problem, you should have to have an introductory statement. So the following is statistical tools below is statistical tools below will be used to treat the problem posted in this study. Okay, yan. And then indent, no? Ito din, no? One of the issues and concerns na talagang nakakaligtaan ng estudyante ay yung indention. Okay. So, balikan natin ang problema. So, for example, your first problem is on profiling. So, ang gagamitin mo ay frequency and percentage. Okay, so dapat naka-indent ha, naka-indent. So, this statistical tool will be used. Okay, will be used. Statistical will be used to. Okay, so you are going to will be used to determine. Okay, what to determine? So kayo na yung mag puno, no? Kayo na yung mag-continue what to determine. Basta, if this frequency and percentage, if you have profiling, no? Or even if your questionnaire is dichotomous, yung dalawa lang, no? Yes or no. So, that is used for frequency and percentage. Okay, next is what is the level, no? The next question is what is the level? So that is pag level, we will be having the mean. No, it could be mean, average mean, weighted mean. So as long as meron siyang mean. So this is statistical tool will be used to paano ang inyong gagamitan ng mean, di ba? What is the level? So your problem number 1, what is the extent? Basta gagamit kayo ng 5 4 3 2 1, a Likert scale survey questionnaire. Gagamit talaga tayo ng mean, used to determine or used to identify, used to evaluate. So it's up to you, no, para hindi pabalik-balik yung used to determine. Pero make sure na yung gagamitin nyo na verb is appropriate. Next, meron kayong relationship, no? You have relationship. So, Pearson R. So, Pearson R, dapat ganito yan, maliit ang P. Ano maliit ang R? So, Pearson R, okay, so this, balik na naman, no? You will do it this way. This statistical tool will be used to, okay, no, it will be used to determine the significant relationship between, o yan, no, so yan lang, you will only have to use 3, no? So for IPO, okay, for IPO, if you have questions, no, listen. Kasi hindi lahat correlation, merong IPO. So if you have questions that saying this or stating this, which of the factors, no, which, pag yung tanong nagsisimula sa which at saka yung iyong hypothesis is none of the, so gagamit tayo ng regression, linear regression, no? Pwede tayong gagamit ng linear regression, no? Ang linear regression again ay ginagamit lang sa yung mga IPO, ha? Linear regression. Gagamitin lang yan sa IPO. Basta meron kayong tanong na which of the following factors greatly influence, which of the following factors greatly affect, none of the factors. So pag ganyan, meron kayong ganyang hypothesis, so yung tanong na which of the factors, ang hypothesis niyan ay none of the following, no? Okay, so linear regression, you will do it again this way. This statistical tool will be used to, okay, no? So again, IPO, pero correlation, ha? Kuya, ura ba kayo mo? Pero correlation, walay linear regression. Only Pearson R, no? Walang linear regression sa correlation unless merong tanong ha na which of the factors. Pero pag wala, wag niyong idagdag. Okay, so when I check yesterday, no, meron akong nakita na kung ano yung ginamit ko dito na study sa research instrument, ito, no, this is only a sample, guys. You can change this one kung saan nyo kinuha yung questionnaire. No, kasi yung iba kinopya na lang ito, no? Diyos ko. So, kaya nga kailangan yung basahin para maintindihan at mailapat ninyo ang tama sa inyong gagawing manuscript. So, this video focus on data gathering procedure, ethical considerations, and statistical treatment. So, statistical treatment is the last side heading for chapter 3, and this will be followed by your references cited. O yan ha, references cited kasi yung iba hindi pa alam. Okay, so references cited at ito ay isulat sa gitna, hindi doon sa gilid na naka small letters. So dapat ito is all capital letters and it should be written at the center of the paper. Okay. So I hope you are now guided with the making of chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3 of your manuscript. And as what I have said, you have to complete this one that includes the preliminaries and the add-ons. Kasi after references cited is your appendices. So what are the things to append? Letters and everything, sample survey questionnaire, and then your curriculum vitae. So my last video would be is for your curriculum vitae. How are you going to arrange properly your curriculum vitae? Okay, no? So dito na lang natin. So for example, no, medyo mahaba-haba nga ito, but para dire-diretso na because this will be the complete proposal manuscript will be submitted next week. Okay, so for example, curriculum vitae. Okay, so lagyan nyo dito, no, in your first, okay, dapat single space ha, ang curriculum vitae single space. So here, dapat dito nyo kukunin, okay, Roman numeral 1, personal data. Personal data. Okay. So for example, okay, no, for example, name. So dapat, okay, you have to click the tab first, and then colon, and then you write your name. Okay, ganyan. Pagkatapos, halimbawa, age. Okay. So dapat tab na naman, kailangan yung mga colon ay nasa iisang linya. Okay. 28 for example, no? 28 lang para hindi masyadong makita yung edad natin. And then birth place. Okay, birthplace. Okay, so here sabihin natin Davao City. Yan. Okay, pagkatapos citizenship. Okay, tab na naman. Okay, and then space American. Okay, so ganyan ha dapat. And then Roman numeral 2 na naman tayo. Roman numeral 2 talks about your educational background kasi dito minsan mali-mali ang pagkagawa. Okay, educational background. So here in your educational background, dapat mauna ang college. So for example, paano nyo to gawin? So dapat mauna ang, for example, St. Joseph Institute of Technology. Okay, tapos lagyan nyo dyan Butuan City. And then, okay, so dapat mauna pala ang, okay, ang program, no? Bachelor of Science in Secondary Education. For example, ganyan. And then, you have to bold the program. Okay. So, you have to bold the program. And then, for the graduating students, no? For the graduating students, lagyan nyo na lang dito, lagyan nyo dito ng candidate. Okay. But for education students na third year pa, lagyan nyo na lang ng third year college. Huwag yung candidate kasi hindi pa kayo gagraduate. You still have 1 year. Pero for the fourth year, kailangan talaga na lagyan nyo dyan ng candidate. And then another one is, so college, high school. So for example, high school, Agusan National High School. Okay, so Butuan City. And then yung school year na nag-graduate, for example, 1996 to 1990, for example, 2024 to 2025. And then, elementary na naman, Butuan Central Elementary School. And then, Butuan City. And then, school year, 2021 to 2022. Okay, so ganito lang ang pagkagawa dapat. No, you bold also the side headings or yung title. So ganyan, no, para magmukha siyang curriculum vitae. But of course, you have to follow yung pinakadulo ng guidelines, andun yung curriculum vitae. At saka yun ang inyong gagawin, no? So para we have to be unified in the presentation of our curriculum vitae. So I hope that this video completes our manuscript for proposal, no? So I hope that you are now guided, and I hope that while you are doing the research report, kasama niyo parati yung video para matutukan talaga ninyo kung ano ang dapat gawin so that when I check, wala na tayong maraming problema. Kasi problema talaga mechanics of writing, kahit spacing, grabe. No, so I hope with this video presentation you are now guided, and I am excited also to see, or I am excited to receive your manuscript or proposal will be submitted next week. Okay, so maraming salamat sa panunood. Magandang umaga at mabuhay po tayong lahat.